Germany, a European country with a population of over 82 million, is one of the most popular and well-developed nations in the world. Over the course of the years, the country has developed an extensive cultural, historical, and architectural value. In addition to absolutely stunning landscapes, Germany has a whole range of man-made wonders that are enough to leave you amazed. So let's take a look at some of the most breathtaking and mesmerizing wonders of Germany and see what makes them so special. Number 1. Neuschwanstein Castle. Neuschwanstein Castle is a 19th century historical palace located on a rugged hill of the foothills of the Alps in the extreme south of the country in the Swabia region of Bavaria. The castle was basically commissioned by King Ludwig II in the 19th century and was inspired by two things: the architectural style known as Castle Romanticism King and Ludwig II's enthusiasm for the operas of Richard Wagner. Because of its unique and grandeur design, the castle has heavily influenced popular culture, with appearances in several movies over the years, including being the inspiration for Disney's Sleeping Beauty castle. But that's not all. Immediately after its creation, it became an instant hit among the people, and ever since, more than 61 million people have visited the palace, with 1.3 million people visiting it every year. On a regular summer day, more than 6,000 people make their way to the castle to get a glimpse of the great German architecture. Number 2. Brandenburg Gate. The Brandenburg Gate is the 18th century monument present in the city of Berlin. Today, one of the best-known landmarks of Germany, the gate was erected on the site of a former city gate that marked the start of the road from Berlin to Brandenburg. The gate that we see today was actually built from 1788 to 1791 by orders of King Frederick William II of Prussia, based on designs by the royal architect Karl Gotthard. Throughout the years of its existence, this gate has always been a center of major historical events in Germany, whether it be the World War or Cold War. This gate saw the development of Germany into the nation it is today. Because of its importance and historical nature, the Germans recognize this wonder as a symbol of unity and freedom. Number 3. The Berlin Wall. Now that we are on the topic of World War, let's take a look at another historical German wonder that's widely known as the Berlin Wall. Well after World War II ended, the city of Berlin was divided into two parts, East Berlin and West Berlin, one of them controlled by the Allies while the other one by the Soviet Union. To make this division more distinct, the Soviets erected this wall that encircled West Berlin from 1961 to 1989. Now, although the wall was destroyed in 1989, there are some portions, guard towers, and checkpoints that are still standing as popular historic and tourist destinations. Some of these popular tourist sites of the wall include Kiel Corner, Potsdamer Platz, and a few watchtowers present at various points in the city. Number 4. Cologne Cathedral. Imagine a building that's so enormous, intricate, and spectacular that it takes more than 600 years to make it. Well, this is the amount of time that took in completion of the Cologne Cathedral. The construction of the cathedral began in 1248, but was halted at some time around 1560, unfinished. Attempts to complete the construction began around 1814, and finally the structure was completed in 1880. This towering Gothic masterpiece is located in Cologne, the fourth most populous city of Germany. Representing German Catholicism and Gothic architecture, it houses the shrine of the Three Kings, and it is said to contain relics of the biblical Magi. In 1996, it was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and today, with an average of 6 million people visiting it each year, it's one of the most visited locations in the world. Number 5. Black Forest. Present in the Baden-Württemberg state in southwestern Germany, the Black Forest is a densely forested mountain range. With its beautiful mountains and lush green forests, this natural wonder is a heavily visited location. While the mountains offer tracks for hiking and cycling, there are lakes like Titisee, Scholzsee, and Mummelsee that are famous for water sports like diving and windsurfing. Furthermore, places like the Murg Valley, Kinzig Valley, and the Triberg Waterfalls and the Black Forest Open Air Museum are also well known. The museum offers insights into farming life of the 16th and 17th centuries, with the buildings re-erected in the same way as they were back in 1612. From the cultural point of view, this wonder has been a birthplace of several folk tales, including being the inspiration of many Brothers Grimm fairy tales. Number 6. Sanssouci Palace. Present in Potsdam, Germany, Sanssouci Palace is a stunning 18th century structure representing the Rococo architecture. The word Sanssouci is a French word for without a care, depicting the palace's purpose as a relaxing retreat for Frederick the Great, who was the king of Persia at that time. To make it even more beautiful, the palace is surrounded by a beautiful park that features a stunning vineyard, fountains, and walking paths. Apart from its own artistic importance, the palace features an impressive collection of art and architecture, including works by famous artists like Caravaggio and Rubens. Recognizing its cultural and historical significance, the Sanssouci Palace and Park were designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1990. In World War II, the palace suffered some damages because of the bombings, but after the war, it was restored to its original grandeur, and today, it's represented as an absolute must-visit destination for anyone interested in history, architecture, and art. Number 7. Zugspitze. The Wetterstein Mountains of the German-Austrian border are home to the Zugspitze, the highest peak in Germany that stands tall with an impressive height of 2,962 meters above sea level. The peak offers various climbing and hiking routes for all the skill levels, ranging from easy trails to challenging ascents. Another significant tourist attraction in the area is a popular ski resort that features over 20 kilometers of slopes and modern lifts. When you reach the top, you get to see a weather station and an observatory point from which you can see a 360 view of the beautiful German Alps. Now, Zugspitze is part of the Wetterstein Mountains, which is a protected nature reserve and habitat for various alpine plants and animals. Every year, it gets hundreds of thousands of visitors that can reach the summit through the Zugspitze Railway, offering a scenic train journey from Garmisch, Partenkirchen, or by taking the Troller Zugspitze cable car from Erwald. So if you are someone who loves cold, mountains, and nature, this wonder should be definitely on your list. Number 8. Heidelberg Castle. Heidelberg Castle is present on top of the hill that overlooks the scenic town of Heidelberg, Germany. The castle basically served as the royal residence of the electors of the Palatinate, which was a powerful noble family from the 12th to the 18th century. Its architecture is a blend of Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque styles. Apart from the building, the castle's gardens and park are themselves quite famous and are known as the Hortus Palatinus. Now, this wonder is quite important from both a cultural and historical point of view. In fact, it has been a source of inspiration for countless artists, writers, and musicians throughout history, including the famous German poet and philosopher Friedrich Hölderlin. During the 30 Years' War, the castle suffered significant damage, however, it was later restored in the 19th century. Today, it remains one of Germany's most popular tourist attractions with over 1 million annual visitors. Number 9. Romantic Road. Stretching from Würzburg to Füssen, the Romantic Road is a 460-kilometer scenic route that passes through southern Germany, showing the country's most beautiful towns, castles, and countryside. While moving on cobblestone pathways, the visitors see the true medieval Germany that has the tall mountains in the surroundings. Some of the most amazing locations on this route include Würzburg, a town with a rich history known for the Baroque and Rococo architecture. Rothenburg ob der Tauber is another medieval walled town that shows the true picture of how our ancestors lived back in the day. Augsburg, one of Germany's oldest cities, Augsburg also comes in the way, featuring stunning fountains, houses, and churches. So if you are a tourist coming to this part of the country, make sure that you take a stroll on this medieval wonder. Number 10. The Rhine Valley. Present in western Germany, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is a breathtakingly beautiful region that stretches for approximately 65 kilometers along the Rhine River. Now, the Rhine Valley is a region that's rich not only with magnificent natural landscapes, but also rich historical and cultural heritage. The valley is home to more than 60 castles and fortresses, including the famous Marksburg Castle and the Ernstbenstein Fortress. Ancient German towns like Barchark and Rudesheim are also worth visiting. Along with the castles, another thing that makes this region famous are its steep vineyard-covered slopes. The area is well known for its excellent wines, particularly Riesling. Visitors often visit the local wineries or take a wine tasting tour to sample some of the region's best vintages. Number 11. Museum Island. Located right in the center of Berlin, Museum Island is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the world's largest and most well-known museum complexes. The island includes 5 world-class museums which offer a look into the country's cultural, art, historical, and architectural heritage. These museums include Alte Nationalgalerie featuring 19th and 20th century German art, including works by Caspar David Friedrich and Adolf von Menzel, and Altes Museum that has a vast collection of ancient Greek and Roman art, including sculptures, vases, and jewelry. If you are someone who's interested in Byzantine art, the Bode Museum is a must visit. In addition to these, there are Neuss and Pergamon museums that feature an impressive collection of prehistoric and ancient Egyptian, Greek, and Roman art and architecture. So if you're a history buff, then the Museum Island is a must-visit destination for you. Number 12. Dresden Freikirche. Dresden Freikirche, or commonly known as the Church of Our Lady, is a magnificent Lutheran church located in Dresden, Germany. The church was built between 1726 and 1743 by architect George Bahr, and at the time it was considered one of the most beautiful churches in Europe. Now, like most structures in the country during the World War, this too was under great threat, and on February 13, 1945, the church was heavily bombed during the Allied air raids on Dresden, and it collapsed 2 days later. After the war ended, the ruins of the church remained as a war memorial. However, in 1994, a reconstruction project was initiated, and finally, by October 30th, 2005, the church's renovation and reconstruction was completed. If we talk about an architectural point of view, then the church's design is a blend of Baroque and Rococo styles with an exterior made of sandstone, while the interior has intricate stone carvings and ornate decorations. Number 13. Lübeck's Holzcenter. The Holzcenter is basically a medieval city gate and one of the most iconic landmarks of the country. It is present in the historical city of Lübeck in northern Germany. This spectacular red brick structure has been standing guard over the city for over 800 years and was built around 1464 as part of Lübeck's city fortifications. The gate was designed to showcase the city's wealth and power, featuring intricate brickwork and a distinctive twin tower design. If you look at the overall style of the gate and even the rest of the city, it shows a particular Gothic style that can be seen in various parts of the country. Now, over the years, the whole center has undergone several restorations, including a major renovation in the 19th century and again after World War II ended. Today, it is protected as a cultural monument and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's been visited by several tourists every single day. Number 14. Miniature Wonderland. Imagine a miniature city built with every intricate detail of the real world, with everything from buildings and vehicles to even the people. Well, this is what Miniature Wonderland is. Located in Hamburg, Germany, Miniature Wonderland is the world's largest model railway, covering an area of more than 1,500 square meters. This incredible attraction features intricate miniature landscapes, including cities, towns, and countryside, all connected by over 15 kilometers of model railway tracks. The idea for Miniature Wonderland basically came in 2000. Ever since, it has become a phenomenon, attracting millions of visitors. The model railway system is incredibly complex, with over 1,000 terrains, 10,000 cars, and 50,000 trees. The exhibit is divided into several themed sections, including Hamburg, the Swiss Alps, and the Scandinavia. To make the experience even more special, the visitors can interact with the exhibit through various buttons and levers, controlling aspects like train movements and lighting. Number 15. Dachau Concentration Camp Memorial. There are many historical sites and places in Germany that give us a glimpse into the history of World War II. One such place is the Dachau Concentration Camp Memorial Site, present in Dachau, Germany. This concentration camp was actually established in 1933, just a few weeks after Adolf Hitler came to power. From 1933 to 1945, more than 188,000 prisoners were imprisoned here, including Jews, Romani people, homosexuals, Jehovah's Witnesses, and political opponents. Finally, on April 29, 1945, the camp was liberated by American forces. The Dachau Concentration Camp Memorial Site is an international memorial dedicated to the victims of the Holocaust. The site features a museum and several exhibitions showcasing the history of the camp, experiences of prisoners, and the aftermath of the Holocaust. Additionally, you can also see the original crematorium and gas chamber, which has been preserved as the grim reminder of the atrocities committed during the war. There is no denying that Germany is a land of wonders that can captivate any mind. Whether it's the cultural richness of Berlin's Museum Island, the historical significance of the Berlin Wall, or the natural splendor of the Rhine Valley, these sites truly show us the essence of Germany. So, if you are deciding on the trip to Europe, make sure to add these places to your list and embark on a journey that'll take you through a ride of history, architecture, and art.